Hey everybody, I'm a couple minutes early, so give me just a second while I make sure that everything is running. Oh, looks good. So I'll go ahead and move this out of the way. Don't see anybody on here. Oh, there's a couple people. Hey there. Okay, well, it is, oh, I still got like 2 minutes. I don't know if I should wait. I probably shouldn't wait. Hi, everyone. Come say hi. Okay, so here are our cutting directions, and we're just going to make the farmer's daughter, and then I'm going to show you how I would put together the paper piece block. I didn't write the pattern until Sunday, so I haven't had a chance to put the paper piece block together. Hi, Rosanna. Is it Rosanna or Rosanna? Maybe you can't say here. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so I'm just going to show you how I put together the paper piece block, and I've kind of changed it since I sent out the pattern this morning. So I'm going to send you a new link to the pattern if you're in the club, and change the pattern for the website upload too, because I've discovered an easier way to put together the paper piece block. Anyway, these are the cutting directions. Ross Anna. Okay, thank you, Ross Anna. We have 12 1.5-inch squares of the light print, which is this print here. So here's 4 of them, and then the other 8 are here. Then we have 5 1.5-inch squares of dark print. That's this one right here. Then we have 4 1.5-inch squares of background, and we have 4, you can see them underneath here, 1.5 by 3.5 inch rectangles for the size of the square. So those are pieces that we need to cut for this block that we're going to make. The first thing you need to do is mark each of your squares. It might be hard to see on the camera, but you can see that I have marked them diagonally. 8 of your squares, 8 of your light colored squares, you're going to mark diagonally. You want your diagonals to go this direction, so from the center to the point, and make a V like this, and all 4 of them are going to go the same direction. And I'm looking for my square ruler because it's easier to move this around with my square ruler. And watch, I'm going to not be able to find it. I can't find it. Okay, well, we'll use a little one. My little ruler. So I'm going to take these over to my cutting table. I have to turn the lights on. I haven't even done that yet. So I'm going to take these over to my sewing table, and we're going to sew these up. So actually, what I'm going to do is go ahead and lay out that 9 patch that goes in the middle, because we can sew them all at the same time. So the 9 patch will go like this. Wait, this. So there's our 9 patch. And we will move these all over to the sewing table and sew them up. There we go. It's a little dark in here. I'm going to have to see if I can turn up the light. There we go. I am sorry, you guys. Hold on just a second. Sorry for the noise and the moving around. Okay, here we go. How are we doing with the camera? That looks good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm just going to sew each of these diagonals. I'm sewing right on the line. We're going to do this real quick. We're just going to do you don't even have to pay that close of attention because they're all going the same direction from the center to the outside. And there's one on each side. So you don't have to worry about which side you're putting them on or anything. So I sewed all of those first squares. Now I am going to start sewing the 9 patch. And I'm just doing this all chain pieced. This makes a really fast block when you chain piece it. Okay, so I finished those ones. Now all I have to do is cut these apart real quick. Because the next piece is not crossing these, I can sew them without going over to iron them in between. So that makes it nice. So you only have to move around a little bit. Although I think sometimes it's better when you have to move around, right? You get up, get a little exercise, back and forth to the ironing board. Okay, so our next piece, got to just make sure that we're making a V. So this one's going this way, this one goes this way. This one's going this way, so this one goes this way. This is a super easy block, but as I said in the pattern, it is my favorite, one of my favorite all-time blocks. I love the way it comes out. I love the way it looks in every quilt. The funny thing is I have made this block so many times, and every time I do a sampler quilt, I put one of these blocks in it. And I'm just so silly because every time I do it, I rewrite the directions. Instead of just using my directions that I had before and copying and pasting them, I always rewrite them. So it's kind of funny. So now I'm sewing the 9 patch pieces. Okay, so now we're just going to go trim these and press them. And I am going to check right now and see if anybody's saying anything so that I don't miss your question. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Gail. Hi, Sally. It's a beautiful day here, too. It's really pretty out. Super sunny. Really nice. So, hi, Laura. You guys should have told me that there was a mistake in pattern number 3. I cut mine right. You should just be able to read my mind, right? I don't know how that happened. I swear I read through it 20 times and I never saw that mistake. So I don't know why that happened. Also, the pattern that I sent out this morning for these blocks, although it's not a cutting mistake, it's just okay. So all I'm going to do is cut the seam at 1/4 of an inch on each of these, and I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm using scissors. Sometimes I use my rotary cutter, but I just find it faster and easier to use scissors when I'm doing this. And I'm going to press these. And I'm going to press them toward the corners because it's pressing toward the dark part. It's been fun making these little tiny blocks because I love these small prints that came in Woodland. These little florals called Clara. They're my favorite. So I've been having fun using those in this. And these little pieces, even if you just have little scraps, you can always find scraps that are big enough to make these blocks with, which is really nice. You don't have to cut up your yardage for them. Sally. Oh, that's nice, Sandra. Do you have something nice to drink, like some sweet tea or something, some wine or something? And again, I'm pressing toward the darker squares on the 9 patch. Makes it easier to put these ones together. I know a lot of people like to press open, and that's fine too. Do it whatever way you like. When you're doing these smaller blocks, sometimes pressing open works really nicely because it reduces the bulk a little bit. Get rid of these scraps. Okay, so here's our 9 patch. Not a lot of contrast in that, is there? But I like it anyway. And then these are going to go on each side. These are our star pieces. And what did I do with the background? Oh, did I leave them? Oh, I left them over at the sewing machine. Okay, so the background pieces are going to go here in the corners. So first we have to put the sign patch together, and then we can start putting the whole thing together. Switching back to the sewing machine. There's the background pieces. I think I'm going to sew my little 9 patch together first. So I'm matching up my seams in the center, nesting them together and putting a little pin on side, not into the seam, but just the side of the seam. I sewed over the pin because that's what I do when I'm on the camera with you guys. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Sometimes it's really satisfying to make a 9 patch. Something about the way those seams fit together just makes me happy. Okay. That's done. Now I'm going to take 2 of the points pieces and I'm going to put the background onto them. And then I am going to go press everything and then we can put the whole rest of the block together. And I know these are small pieces, but I like to pin. I am a pinner. The last few times that I have been sewing with you guys on the camera, I haven't been pinning because I've been trying to move quickly. And I have not been happy with the way my blocks turned out. So I've had to take them apart and redo them because I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I have decided that even though we're on camera, I'm going to take the time to pin. Okay, so there's that part. Let's do the other side. Okay, that's done. Hi, Elaine. Good to see you, my dear. How are you? Okay, so I'm just going to press these and I think this time, let's see, do I want to press in? Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and press in toward the point because it's going to be easier to press these out when I sew these pieces. So I'm going to press in towards the points. Again, that's toward the dark side on this one. When I put together 9 patches or any kind of block that has, sort of the 9 pieces, I like to fold the top ones in or out and the center one in or out so that they're opposite so that when they go together, they fit together really nicely and you get nice crisp points. I was thinking just yesterday about the last time no, it wasn't the last time, 2 times ago that I made a sampler quilt with this block in it. It was the my beginners quilting series that I did on my blog. And I did a bunch of videos for that as well. They're all on YouTube, but I made this block then too. I think I changed the way I make it, changed the directions every single time I do it, even though I make it all the time. Okay, so this is going to go in the center, and then we're going to put those other 2 pieces on the side, and then press it again. And then we'll put the whole thing together. So now we're just going to put our points on the sides of the 9 patch. And again, I'm going to pinning the end of the seam this time. And in the beginning of the seam, I don't pin right at the end. If I'm going to pin on where I'm going to start sewing, I pin in a little ways. And the reason I do that is so that my sewing machine doesn't get stuck right there at the beginning on the pin. And I am going to have to move, give me just a second. My camera got rolled over by my chair. My camera cable, there we go. That's what made it move around so you couldn't see what was going on. There, I fixed it. I really need to get a leader ender project going here. Could have a whole second quilt made with all these little blocks I'm doing. Okay, that side's done. Now we're going to do this side. Make sure I'm going the right way. Reality check. I just uploaded a whole bunch of fabric to the website. I just bought some Liberty quilting cotton to use for backgrounds because they have some nice, the quilting cotton, the Wiltshire Shadow is a really nice background sort of fabric. Okay, so that's how that came out. I'm just going to press that real quick and I'll be right back to the sewing machine. Oh, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, Laura. I feel bad that I messed up that one pattern though. Luckily, it's just small pieces, so I don't feel too terrible like you've ruined all your fabric, but still, I feel bad that you had to recut it, or at least Bonnie did. Okay, so I pressed these toward the points. I guess I should just say press toward the points, and then it'll be right every time. Oh, excuse my dog. It never fails. Every time I'm doing a video, Amazon or the postman shows up at the door, and my dogs decide to bark at them. Every single time. Ooh, you guys, guess what just came to the door? Some of the stuff for the quarterly box. We're just a month and a half away from Garden Life getting here. The Liberty box, the Liberty Spring box, will be going out either Friday or Monday, I'm hoping. Hope everything is supposed to be here by Thursday. Bunch of things that I've been waiting for like 2 months are supposed to finally show up by Thursday. But something just got here from Moda for the quarterly box. So exciting. I know, I'm a tease. I'm the worst. All of our beautiful, oh, look what I did, you guys. See that? I put the points on wrong. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I caught it before I got too far. And I'm a quick seam ripper. I'm an old hand with Jack. There we go. Got all excited about something fun coming in the mail and put the points on wrong. It would have looked pretty funny that way. It's only Tuesday, but it feels like Friday. Okay, this is our last seam. And then I'm going to show you how I put together the paper piece block because there is an easier way to do it than the way I originally thought. So, and I'm going to get started on working on that one too because it's going to be so cute. The pieces are tiny though, I got to tell you. The little tiny triangles, oh my goodness, they're so tiny. So 5.5-inch block, and gosh, I don't know how many pieces it's got. 20 probably, at least 20. There's probably more than that actually, now that I think about it. Okay. So this guy is done. Oh, he's so cute. So I am just going to press this real quick. All of our spring and summer Liberty came. I bought some really adorable fabrics. I've been loving seeing all of the little pouches that are being made with the cute striped gingham binding. Excuse my umming. I'm umming a lot today. There I go again. Stripes and ginghams are so cute. There's our little block. Isn't it cute? I love it. Hi, Anne. So this is my favorite block, you guys. I actually have created a quilt pattern that is this block as a huge quilt made out of more blocks of this block. So I'm going to someday make that. Someday I'm going to give you that pattern. Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you was the paper piece block. So let me get some pieces here. Got all these pieces. These are all the pieces in one block. There's a lot. And these little triangles are teeny tiny. But let me tell you, so when you are going to base these little tiny triangles, it doesn't matter if the pieces, if the fabric sticks to the back. Just as long as you can get it around the paper so that there's a nice crease on it, then you can sew it to the next piece over. So it doesn't have to be perfectly stuck to the back of the paper, which is something that's really hard to do when you have these really tiny pieces. So what you're going to do to put this together, let me get some of these, okay, is take an E and a C piece and piece it to your F piece. And then it fits nicely with your D piece in the center. And so what you're going to do is do 4 of each of those, the C and the E to the F, one here, 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 and here. And then, so it'll flop open. And then you will have your squares for each side on the top and the bottom part. And then your A and B pieces will fit together to make your, whoops, not there, like this. Then you'll put your A and B pieces on. So put 4 of these, the diamond and the C and the E together. That'll make a nice straight space for you to put on your middle square. Then you'll put 4 of those together and they'll go all around the square. Then you'll have a square here and a square here and a square here and here. There's your 9 patch. So you'll have one of those there, 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 and there. You have your 4 squares, and then you'll put on your A and your B pieces. That'll work out really well. It'll go together really easy, and you won't have to do such a tight corner there on your diamond. It'll make it nice and straight. So you can put a straight piece on there and a straight piece on there, and then piece it to a straight square, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, I've already designed one, Anne. I should show you guys. I can show you on here. I actually designed it in Maple Farm, but I didn't really like the colors, so I was waiting for a fabric that I liked better, and I might end up making it out of Garden Life because I think it would come out really pretty. And if you're in the club, you will get this for free. If not, I'm going to be selling this pattern. But right now, you might have seen this already. I am making a quilt out of this block, which is similar to the one that I made for number 3 in the sampler, but it's bigger and it's also got a tighter zigzag at the bottom, tighter corners. So it's a little different, put together a little bit different. Anyway, yeah, so I'm making that quilt and you guys will get that pattern for free in the club. So this is our week when we have Thursday chat too. So I will see you guys on Thursday. And I am excited about putting my feet up for a little while. I've been standing all day folding fat quarters for the boxes because we have 3 boxes going out in the next week and a half. So super excited to get you guys the spring box. If you bought the Liberty spring box, it's amazing. I hope you guys love it as much as I love all the lovely things that are going in it. They're so much fun every time something shows up on my doorstep. I just love them all. So I hope you guys love them too. And I hope you guys love your Tilda boxes and that the quarterly boxes are going out next month. And it's really exciting stuff. If you missed anything, I don't know if you saw the emails, but if you missed anything of Garden Life and you wanted more, there is a little bit restocked on the website. And I just stocked, speaking of English paper piecing, I just stocked silk thread in my favorite colors. So there is a cool neutral, a warm neutral, a red, a black, and a white. So there's 5 of the silk colors, and I put them together in a bundle, or you can buy them each separately. They pretty much will go with everything. So the cool neutral goes with all of your blues and greens. The warm neutral goes with all of your oranges and yellows. The red goes with red because red is the only one that doesn't blend with the other 2 neutrals. And then there's a black for when you do black, and there's a white for when you do white. So those are all of my favorite colors of silk thread for doing English paper piecing, and I finally got them in stock. So if you want those, and I'm just about to stock the Orethol colors that match Tilda. So be looking for those in the next week or so. And I am going to let you guys go, but I will see you Thursday. I can't wait to see your faces. I miss you guys so much when I don't see you. And I'm excited to see you guys. So I hope you all will come and see me on Thursday. And in the meantime, have fun sewing your little fun. Oh, hey, I forgot to show you. where to put your buttons, not that you didn't know already. But you could put your buttons either here in these 5 squares, like this, or you could put them here. So you could do 5 or 4, however you like. I love this block. It's still my favorite. I think I need to make like a whole quilt out of just 5-inch Farmer's Daughter box. Anyway, love you guys. See you on Thursday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye. Thank you.